Hi, it's Nick on the 31st of May, continuing the theme about unifying work, love and money this week. Today I've called Beware the Guilt. Now, this is something I've noticed in myself and I've noticed in a lot of other people, although they don't necessarily notice it in themselves to start with. But here's the idea. I think often we feel, well, we either feel like or we know we've kind of been conditioned to have a path set out for us. You know, we're supposed to follow a particular path that is the one that other people want us to follow. For example, years ago, you know, I say years ago, I've been working in Ireland for the last 20 years or so. And in the first few years I went there, a lot of people talked about doing work that was permanent and pensionable. So they were always supposed to go to a safe job, even if they didn't enjoy it, that didn't matter. They were supposed to go to a job that they found would be safe and permanent and pensionable, that they could stay in it forever and get a pension at the end of it. That's what they were supposed to do. And many of us have kind of expectations that have been put on us, or we have developed expectations of ourselves about how we should be. You know, we shouldn't take too many risks. We should not you know, put our head above the parapet. We shouldn't wander off the conventional career path. Once we've made a decision, we're supposed to stick with it. All sorts of things like that. And I call that how we're programmed or conditioned to be in the world, if you like. But then our heart calls us to do something else. That's our calling. And when we respond to that calling of our heart, often we think, well, you know, I'm kind of being wrong in a way. I'm being naughty. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So what happens then, I think I've seen a lot of people do this, is we eventually do what it is that we feel called to do. We do what we're born to do, follow our heart and our calling. But we kind of go, okay, but I won't let myself succeed too much because I shouldn't really be doing this. So in a way, we haven't given ourselves the full permission to do it. And even to some extent, I've seen myself do this and I've seen other people do it. It's almost like we subtly, almost like punish ourselves, going, well, okay, I'll pay a price. I'll make myself pay a price for not doing the thing that I think I'm supposed to be doing. So that this may not, you know, resonate with you. It may not be relevant to you. But I know it's been very relevant to me personally. I know it's been relevant to hundreds, if not thousands, of people that I've worked with over the years. So when we begin to notice this, which ultimately comes down to guilt, we feel guilty about doing what we love and getting well paid for it. It is almost that simple in a way, but it's not necessarily that easy. You know, I think most of us have got a lot of guilt, and that guilt goes very deep for a lot of us. So even recognizing that guilt can be big to start with, and then beginning to release that guilt can take time and inner work. You know, I used to think, well, I'm just lucky that I get to do what I do. I'm blessed that I get to do it. I shouldn't expect to earn too much money from it. And I think it takes a lot of courage. You know, it takes a big kind of open heart and a lot of self-love, I would suggest, to do what you love and prosper while you do it, and have an abundant life while you do it, and not pay a price, and allow yourself to truly prosper and be abundant doing it. So I hope that rings a bell with you. So beware of the guilt, and how your guilt may stop you being as successful as you could be, doing what it is that you're on earth to do. So I hope that's helpful. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.